Hello students, welcome to Ganesh Coaching and Commerce classes. Earlier we have started chapter number 2 of geometry, in which starting of the chapter we learned about several angles. Okay, first of all revise those angles. Okay, by which those angles form. When there are two parallel lines and one transversal, then those angles were formed. Okay, what were those angles? First one was corresponding angles. Okay, so how we identify which is corresponding angles, which are the pairs of corresponding angles? So how do we identify? By looking alike. Okay, if two angles are looking alike, then we conclude that these two pairs are corresponding angles. Okay, and second one was their interior angles. Okay, and we see that interior angles are lying between inside the parallel lines. Okay, inside the parallel lines and either side of transversal, either it is left or right. Okay, either side of transversal and inside the parallel line. So we were getting two pairs of interior angles, okay, and four pairs of corresponding angles when there are two parallel lines and one transversal. Third one was alternate angle. Okay, alternate angle are inscribed in Z. Okay, Z shape. We learned that when there are two parallel lines and one transversal, so we are getting 2Z. Okay, one is this and second one is this. Okay, so the angles inscribed or described by the Z is called as the interior, is called as alternate angles. And last one was vertically opposite angles. Okay, vertically opposite angles inscribed in X. Okay, we learned that when there are two parallel lines, okay, and one transversal, then there are four pairs of vertically opposite angles. Means that in vertically opposite angles, all the angles included. Okay, so in practice set 2.1, we use the property, okay, of all the angles, means as corresponding angles, alternate angle, vertically opposite angles, interior angle. But in practice set 2.2, we use the test, corresponding angle test, okay, and the property of that angles to prove parallel lines. Okay, in practice set 2.1, we were given parallel lines and we have to find the values by using the property of the angles, but here we have to prove in most of the problems that lines are parallel or not. In practice set 2.2, we were completed till question number 2. Now we have to start question 3. Okay, so let's read what is given here. In figure A, angle A is congruent to angle B. Okay, angle A is congruent to angle B means that these two angles are congruent to each other. And after that, angle X is congruent to angle Y, means that these two angles are congruent to each other. Now then, prove that line L is parallel to line M. Line L is this and line N is this. Okay, we have to prove that these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, so first of all, we have to use those formulas. Okay, formulas means that we have to use those concepts. Okay, in first case we have given that angle A is congruent to angle B. Okay, when we are looking into the figure, angle A and angle B, trace it. B looks like this 7. Okay, and this also looks like 7. Means that these two angles look alike. Means that these two angles are corresponding angles. If corresponding angles are congruent, means that line L and line M, these two lines are parallel to each other. So we can conclude that line L is parallel to line M. Okay, by which property here, by which test? Corresponding angle test. Okay, so here we prove line L is parallel to line M by using the first given data. Okay, and second given data is angle X. Therefore, angle X is congruent to angle Y. Okay, look into the figure where here angle X and here angle Y. What shape we are getting here? Okay, is we are getting here Z. Okay, see, Z we are getting, and these two angles inscribed in Z means that these two angles are alternate angles, okay, and when alternate angles are congruent, okay, so means that these two lines are parallel to each other. So here line x, angle x inscribed by line M here, so line M is parallel to line N, okay, by which test here? Alternate angle test, by alternate angles test. In practice set, we were writing that alternate angle theorem, corresponding angle theorem, but in practice set 2.2 we have to prove the line, parallel line. So we have to write here test. Make it equation number 1, okay, and this as equation number 2. By seeing equation number 1 and equation number 2, okay, when we are comparing it, we are getting two same terms, okay, which is line M and line M, okay, so we can cancel it. Now which terms remaining here? Line L and line N, okay, so here we will write from equation 1 and 2, okay, or we can write other than this, that by comparing equation 1 and 2, okay, so here line M cancel, so we are getting here line L is parallel to line N, okay, so we proved line L is parallel to line N, because here line L remain, here line N remain, and this we have to prove, we have to ask to prove in the question that line L is parallel to line N. So here we completed question 3. Let's start question number 4. In question 4, we are given if ray BA is parallel to ray DE. Okay, so here BA is parallel to DE. Okay, and after that we have given some angles, that is angle C is equal to 50 degree. Okay, and angle D is equal to 100 degree here. And by this using, we have to find the measure of angle ABC. Okay, we have to find the measure of angle ABC, and we have given the value of EDC and DCB. Okay, so how we can find it? There is any direct relation between the angle ABC and any of the angle 50 degree or 100 degree? No. So here when there is no direct relation, so we have to construct a line. Okay, so here we are constructing a line that is parallel to AB and passing through point C. Okay, so we name it as CF. Okay, so here we did a construction that line CF or ray CF passes through point C and parallel to AB. Okay, so first of all, writing answer, we have to write the which we did here construction. Okay, so construction, in construction we have to write line CF is parallel to line AB. Okay, we construct it, and from which point it is passing through point C. Okay, we did here construction for making problem easy. Okay, so here when we did here construction, so we are looking that here many angles are forming, that is when AB is parallel to CF, then CF is parallel to DE, and these two angles, that is 100 degree and DCF, are looking like interior angle. So we can find the values. Okay, so first of all we have to write here which was given in the data in the question. Okay, which data given in the question? That ray BA is parallel to ray DE. Okay, so ray BA is parallel to ray DE. Okay, here we are considering here equation 1, and we got this value by given. Okay, given in the question. And now AB is parallel to CF. Okay, ray AB or BA is parallel to ray CF. Okay, how can we write this? By construction, because we construct it. Okay, so here we have to write construction. Okay, now comparing equation 1 and 2, which two terms are alike? Okay, that is BA and BN, so we can cancel it. So therefore ray DE is parallel to ray CF. How did we get it? By or from equation 1 and 2. Okay, from equation 1 and 2 we get that DE is parallel to CF. Now we proved here that DE is parallel to CF, and which line acting as transversal means that which line are intersecting these two parallel lines at distinct point. Here that is DC. Okay, so DE is parallel to ray CF, and DC, line DC is transversal. Line DC is transversal. When line DC is transversal, so we can conclude that ADC and DCF are interior angle, are pair of interior angle, and the sum of interior angles are supplementary, means that 180 degree. So here we can conclude that angle EDC plus angle DCF is equal to 180 degree. Okay, what is the reason behind this interior angles theorem? Okay, interior angles theorem. So here we know the value of ADC, that is how much it is? 100 degree. Okay, plus angle DCF is equal to 180 degree. So now angle DCF is equal to 180. Here 100 is in plus, when go right hand side it converts into minus. So we got the value of DCF, that is how much it is? 80 degree. Okay, so here we got the value of DCF, that is 80 degree. Okay, so now here we constructed that CF is parallel to AB. Okay, and BC are acting as transversal, so we can conclude that ABC is equal to BCF. Okay, so that data we have to write here that ray or line ray DA is parallel to ray CF. Okay, by from which we get this value by construction. Okay, construction. Now BC is transversal, so ray or line we can write here, line BC is transversal. Line BC is transversal. Now what we are getting here, we have to find the value of ABC. Okay, so how can we find the value of ABC? Here we are getting, as we are looking here, we are getting that Z. Okay, and two angles, that is ABC and BCF, are inscribed in Z, means that alternate angles. Okay, so here we can write that angle ABC is equal to angle BCF. Okay, by which angle theorem? Alternate angle theorem. Okay, alternate angle theorem, we got the ABC is equal to BCF. Okay, so we have to ask to find the value of ABC, so we will keep as it is. Now we have to solve BCF. So here we have to find the BCF. Okay, when we are looking into the figure, BCF are divided into two parts. First one is BCD, okay, and second one is DCF. So we can write that BCF is equal to BCD plus DCF. So here angle ABC is equal to angle, at the place of BCF we can write here BCD, angle BCD plus angle BCD plus DCF. Okay, by which property we can write it? Angle, there is a property angle addition theorem. Okay, it is simple property that when any angles are divided into 2 or 3 different angles, okay, divided into 2 or 3 angles, so we can find that angles by adding these dividend angles. Means that here to this angle BCF is divided into 2 angles. So if we find the so how can we find here the value of BCF? By adding these 2 angles. Okay, if this angles was divided into 3 angles, so how we find the value of these angles? By adding those 3 angles. Okay, so this is the angle addition theorem. So now angle ABC is equal to what is the value of here BCD? BCD has the value 50 degree. Okay, plus what is the value of DCF here? DCF we found here, that is how much it is? 80 degree. Okay, so here 50 plus 80, how much it is? 130 degree. So here we found the value of ABC, which we have asked to find in the question. Okay, so by this method we have to solve. Okay, so how this sum is different from other? Because there is no relation between the angles which we have to find and which we have given. Okay, if there is no relation between the angles which we have to find and which we have given, then we have to do construction. Okay, here we have to find the angles. So we did here construction as drawing a line. Okay, if there was a perfect figure, means that 2 or 3 parallel lines and 1 or 2 transversal, so we are not need to draw any line. Okay, so at that time we have to consider angle. Okay, here the figure was incomplete, so we construct a line, that is CF, and it is parallel to the both of the line. Okay, so here we completed question 4 and 2 questions are remaining in this chapter number 2. Okay, we will do that 2 questions in the next lecture. Okay, you have to revise all the 4 questions, okay, of practice set 2.2, okay, twice or thrice, and again if you have any difficulties then you can ask me. Okay, thank you.